Good evening. Welcome to Your Mental Health Matters. My name is Crystal Kelly, and this is brought to you by ONV. So, we are here tonight, our last podcast for 2025. Welcome,
Wow.
everybody.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I am too, Miss Crystal.
Yes,
I can't believe it's the end of 2025.
I know the
Yes.
year flew by.
Yes.
It
Oh my
really did.
gosh. So much that we've done and so much that we're looking forward to for the new year
Yes,
cuz 2026 is going to be on.
it's going to be on. So,
on.
for everyone who is watching, please stay tuned to the end. We'll be sharing some little tidbits of things that will be popping off in 2026.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
So, if you have not joined us a couple weeks ago, we were talking about seasonal depression. And so, we just want to kind of do a recap because I know we're in the season of it, like right now, in the thick of
Mhm.
it. And we just want to make sure we give you guys a little bit more information, a little bit more tools, things to look to when it comes to dealing with seasonal depression.
Right. Right.
All
All
right.
right.
So let me just break it down, the definition of what seasonal depression is. So, seasonal affective disorder is a form of depression that follows a seasonal pattern, most often appearing during the fall and winter when daylight is shorter. It can affect your mood, your sleep, your motivation, and your energy. And then there's also some common symptoms that you may be experiencing, or you may know someone who is experiencing some of these common symptoms, which includes low energy and fatigue,
Mhm.
sadness, or just being very tearful at times. It's like the waterworks;
Yeah.
you can't shut them off.
Mhm.
You may be oversleeping or difficult waking up during in the morning time, craving carbs or overeating during this season, especially with all the holiday food. That doesn't
Yeah.
help. Feeling hopeless, or just unmotivated, don't have the energy, the drive.
Mhm.
A lot of social withdrawal. So think about it. If you're always around people, very social, and then there's a switch, you feel like you want to be by yourself, don't want to go out as much,
Mhm.
pay attention to that. Trouble concentrating and irritability mixed in there as well.
Mhm.
Any other common symptoms you can think of, Miss Tammy, or that?
I would say you named a lot of good ones, but I
Yeah.
would say this is a difficult time for people that are going through or experiencing grief.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
also a difficult time, even if your loved one has passed a few years ago, could have
Mm-hmm.
been well over 10 years ago, but this season tends to bring that out
Mm-hmm.
more. And on top of the sad seasonal
Right.
affect disorder, it can be difficult for people to cope.
Yeah.
So I would say adding that to it, and then also being mindful of your emotions, your connections,
Mm-hmm.
and making sure you're reaching out to those individuals who are your support system,
Right.
and therapy if you need it.
There you go.
I know it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
However, if that's something that you haven't tried and you want to try something new, therapy is an option.
I love it.
Yeah. So the grief on top of sad, and we'll get into coping skills, and I'll add to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to dig a little bit more into grief.
Mm-hmm.
I know people get stuck in it,
Mm-hmm.
especially like you said, around this time. You think about anniversaries, you
Mm-hmm.
think about traditions,
Right.
and people just get really stuck in that.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they can't move forward. They feel like, okay, if my person's not here, what's the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point in celebrating this time if I don't have my mom, my sister, my dad, my
Mm-hmm.
partner?
And that's a different answer for everybody,
Yeah.
because depending on the connection and the relationship,
Right.
that's kind of where you're going to start from.
Mm-hmm.
However, I often tell clients that no one can tell you how long your grief is
That's yeah,
or how to grieve.
that part.
And I know research says it goes through cycles and what have you.
Mhm.
However, you still can't put a time limit on it,
That's right. That's
because you
right.
don't put I guess a gauge on the relationship, first
Mm-hmm.
of all. So often encourage people to not let others tell you
Mm,
how long to grieve or
mhm,
how to grieve.
right.
However, when it does start affecting your daily activities, such as
Mhm,
going to work or going back to work
mhm,
and going back to school or taking care of other kids,
right.
children that are at the house, that's when you need to start seeking out professional help. So,
I totally agree with that. It's okay to acknowledge you're hurting. You
hmm
know, it's different.
different for everybody.
It's different for everybody, and
Mhm.
so connection is so important. You
Right.
know, it may feel easy to kind of stay inside and keep to yourself, but being able to acknowledge, like, I'm hurting. You know, I'm sad. It's okay to acknowledge that.
It's okay to acknowledge that, but then when you're being sad is totally different
Hmm.
than debilitating with your
Right.
grief. And then that was another thing I was going to add was that if you have those moments or days where you're not getting out of bed, where you're
Hmm.
not taking care of your hygiene, then you're at another level
Hmm.
of grief and depression.
Yeah.
So again, that's the time to start seeking professional help
Hmm.
and family members paying attention
Right.
to those individuals and encouraging them to do that,
Mm,
because when you're there or in that frame of mind, you're not going to want to
that's
say,
true.
hey, I need help.
That's true.
So hopefully people are looking out for each other
Yeah.
in that sense.
That's
This
right.
the social connection
That's
of the
huge.
mental wellness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about, treatment, there's
hmm
some other ways that people can, seek out help. So you definitely mentioned therapy, which is a
hmm
beautiful option. Light therapy, think about the season, it's dark
hmm
at four
hmm
o'clock. It's
hmm
like a light switch. I'm like, what in the world?
yeah.
1 minute is daylight, is night at 4, 5 o'clock. And so
hmm
that messes with your mental. It's like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to
Right.
not to go anywhere. Once I
And
get
that
off work, school, I'm home.
And a lot of people are going to work when it's dark and leaving work when
Yes.
it's dark. So yes, you're not getting enough of the vitamin D. Even though it's cold outside, we
Hmm.
still um, can benefit from being outside in the cooler weather.
Hmm.
I know dress for the weather. However, we still need that fresh air and we still
Yes.
need that exposure to the sun.
Yeah.
So it makes a
So
difference.
it makes a huge difference.
hmm
And so definitely make sure your curtains are open,
hmm
bright, letting in whatever light there is, maximize the sun
The
that
time.
does come out,
hmm
just be intentional, just making sure your shades, your curtains are open.
hmm Yeah, that's
Another
good.
treatment option is medication,
hmm
So if it's to a point where, okay, I'm doing all the things,
hmm
I'm working out, I'm talking, I'm being social, I'm seeing my therapist, but I'm still not getting that drive that I'm really needing. And it's
hmm
okay to seek out medication for the time being. It
hmm
doesn't mean you have to stay on the med. It's just something that can help you get over this hump just for the season.
And that's under the direction of a provider,
Yes,
not just anything off the counter,
that's right.
or over the counter, whatever you want to say.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people tend to take natural supplements.
Right.
However, that also needs to be under the care of your provider. So
Yeah.
just put that out there.
So your
Yeah.
family doctor,
hmm
or if you have a psychiatrist, definitely reach out if it's to a point where, okay, I need medication.
hmm Yeah.
Another treatment option, we have daily movement and stretching.
Oh
You just
yeah.
mentioned about walking and
Yeah.
just making sure you're just staying active.
Staying active, and again, fresh air every day, even if it's just cracking your window,
Mm.
because that's very vital to our well-being and our
Mhm.
energy, our motivation, what have you. Stretching, definitely, that is so
Yes.
beneficial. I just started kind of appreciating it more. I've
Mm.
always done it like a quick thing.
Right.
However, the more I read about it, the more I want to do it. So
Mm.
that just gets your blood circulating, gets your joints stretched out,
Yes.
makes you more limber and not so stiff, especially in the cold weather.
That's true.
Yeah. So I do recommend that. That's
Yes.
a good thing.
And I also found out not too long ago that there is a therapy called stretch therapy,
hmm I've
and
heard about that. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And so that is something we definitely want to bring to the area here. We'll
hmm
get more information if you guys want to know more about stretch therapy,
hmm
but it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. And it's not just for the athletes. A
Right,
lot of people
right.
tend to think that exercising,
Mhm.
stretching, working out is only for athletes.
Mm.
It's for anybody that is a human body, right?
Yes.
And we do
Yes.
need to do better
Mm-hmm.
in taking care of that vessel that we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. This
So.
is some good stuff. Okay. Another treatment option, balanced nutrition. So pay attention what you put in your system. So
Mhm.
if you're just eating junk, just think about that's going to weigh you down even more. Less energy, feeling
Mhm.
blah. It just doesn't feel good.
Yes.
Yeah.
They say what you put in is what comes out. So you put a lot of
Yeah.
junk in, a lot of junk gonna come out with the
Mhm.
sluggish, tired feeling and what have you.
Yeah.
So encouraging the fruits, vegetables, fresh
Mhm.
vegetables. I don't recommend any canned vegetables. That's just gross to me. But anyway, because
Being honest.
it has
being
a lot of sodium, a lot of preservatives in it.
Right.
If you can't get the fresh, the next best thing would be the frozen vegetables,
Mm.
because what I've noticed with that, they don't add anything to it. It's just, washed vegetables and they're frozen.
Mhm. That's great.
Definitely water, increasing our water intake, because also it also boosts our mood,
Mhm.
boosts our brain health,
Yes.
keeps things circulate.
Mhm.
So,
makes a difference.
oh, it does.
Mm.
Yeah. And minimizing the sodas and the juices and what have you,
Mhm.
because that's loaded with sugar, which again, slugs.
I know.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. It may feel good in the moment.
For the moment, it tastes good too, but
Yes. But you can
but it'll bring on
crash.
that sluggish feeling.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Another treatment option we have is social connection. Again, we
Mhm.
can't emphasize that enough. Being around your people, your village,
Mhm.
it makes a difference,
Mhm.
when you can connect with others that can help with that mood.
Right. And for those who are not connected with their families,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's distance or emotional disconnection,
Mm-hmm.
we encourage people to join a group,
Yes.
because they do have a lot of, not necessarily for therapy,
Mm-hmm.
but just groups that focus on hobbies.
Right.
I don't know if you like crocheting, I don't know, instruments. Just grab a hobby
Yeah.
for this time of year.
It's a beautiful
And
thing.
that'll put you around like-minded people,
Yes.
encouraging you to learn different things.
Mm-hmm.
Again, brain health.
Yes.
So,
And also think about if you like to read, book clubs.
book club. We got to do that. Yes.
Book
We've been talking about a
clubs.
couple
Come
books. Yes.
on. I love having a book club. So
Yes.
again, around other people,
Like-minded.
like-minded,
Mhm.
reads a awesome book, whatever that may be, a thriller or,
Mm-hmm.
action, drama.
Whatever. That sounds good. I know a
Yeah.
couple of us were talking about, doing a book club for the
Yeah.
coming season,
Mhm.
which, it's been a while since I've been involved with one, but that sounds like a plan for the coming year.
Yes. All right. So let us know if you guys want to do a book club. We're going to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is some great information. One thing I think people don't realize when it comes to this time of the year, dealing with everything, all the hustle and bustle,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of throws us off our routines.
Right.
So routines play a huge part in our mental health.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think back in COVID 2020, all of us were thrown off from our routine. People were working from home, kids were, from home from school. It's just anxiety shot up.
Yeah. And chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
you
Like
know?
around the globe.
Yes.
Yeah. We didn't mention sleep.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
We got to have sleep.
that's an important factor in our well-being.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we have to make a routine for just not just for this time, the season,
Mm-hmm.
but for every season.
Right.
And then especially with individuals who have young children, it's much better if we have a routine, a schedule, Monday through Sunday, if you can.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes scheduling their downtime so you can have your self-care
it's
time.
important.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
Get back on a balance and a routine.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
And so can I dig a little bit deeper in why the power of having a routine impacts us so much? So it reduces our stress. Knowing what to expect helps your mind to relax. A routine gives you a sense of control, which lowers your anxiety and creates emotional steadiness. Another example, it regulates the body natural clock. So having a consistent wake up time, a bedtime, meal times, it keeps everything in sync. When your body's internal clock is balanced, you feel more energized, focused, and emotionally steady. Uh, it builds healthy habits automatically. And so, again, the more you do it, the less you think about it. It's just
right.
automatic.
Yeah. I do agree with that. And it's about minimizing our calendars.
Yes.
And I know I'm good for writing things down. And I said come 2026, I was either going to write my downtime on the calendar.
I like that.
Because, we get so involved, and not that it's a bad thing all the time, because we are trying to help the community and do as much as we can. However, if we don't have that time to rejuvenate ourselves, we're going to crash.
That's it. I mean, that's obvious. Yeah.
So definitely schedule that time and get on a routine for not just for yourself, but for the kids as well.
I love that. And then when you mention about writing it down, think about it. If you keep a calendar or a planner and you live by that, schedule self-care.
Oh, yeah. Be intentional.
Be intentional with putting that in your planner, a time, the days that you want to be intentional with pouring back into yourself.
Right. And we have to do it at least, if not daily. I say 5 minutes a day. Not that I do it all the time either. However, that's a good goal, right? 5 minutes a day, whether it's first thing in the morning or last thing in the evening, and definitely once a week. Yeah. Give yourself 2 hours and say no to others,
there
when you can.
Set those boundaries. The boundaries is huge.
Yeah.
And doing self-check-ins, it's a great way to be mindful of, checking in with yourself. So if you're noticing, I'm feeling kind of off, or I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling overwhelmed, in those moments when you're doing your self-check-in, okay, acknowledge that, but also have outlets when those things are happening, especially when you're at work, if you're at school, if you're at home. Have some really good outlets. It could be drawing, coloring, journaling, reaching out to your friend, your partner when these moments are happening.
And then we want to include our faith base.
Yes.
Whether it's connecting with your local church that you've been with, or finding a new, I don't want to just say religious organization, because I know what my faith is, right? So I will say that our faith is a good and a great foundation for our well-being.
I love it.
So connect back with it, whether it's reading your Bible daily or connecting with your local church organization.
Yeah, definitely prayer, meditation, all of that.
Yeah, all up under there.
It provides structure when life feels uncertain. So during stressful times, routines act as an anchor. So even simple daily rituals like making tea or outside walking can help you feel grounded and in control.
It's nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, mention a little bit about the nature.
The nature?
Go ahead.
So, yeah.
I had to throw that in there. Yes, because we want to share with you guys some of the things that had happened over 2025. So
yeah, and we with CM Heart to Soul, we started a new thing called Nature's Healing, which we learned more about it. It's also called forest therapy. Yes. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but forest therapy is just being out in nature. Number one, and I mentioned that before, fresh air does wonders for our body, right? And then the movement with walking, just being in nature, and then the foliage, like the trees, the grass, even the flowers are giving off chemicals that are beneficial to us and to our immune system. So even though it's wintertime, please make your way out in the fresh air, at least 2 minutes or something. Or when you're walking from your car to the grocery store, just take advantage of that natural air, number one, and then any beauty that you see. I know one, he's a therapist here in town. I'm not going to drop his name, but he used to do a segment on the magic of awe.
Ooh.
And that was basically, and I'm starting to read more into it as well, but that's basically finding those things in a natural sense in nature that bring you awe, whether it's the laughter of a child, whether it's the beauty of a tree.
Right.
those types of things. And that's one thing that we're going to be looking more into for 2026. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, man. We're dropping some good stuff tonight. Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, a couple more things about routines. It boosts motivation and accomplishment. So following through on small daily tasks, goals give you a sense of purpose and progress. It builds confidence and emotional resiliency. So having a routine, it does wonders.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's kind of like a recap of, what we had talked about a couple weeks ago when it comes to seasonal affective disorder. So again, if you're struggling during this season, I hope these little tools that we just dropped can be very helpful at this time.
Okay. I think they will for us too.
Yes. Yeah. We're all going through it. We're in here. So, and we live in Indiana. So
yeah. The state of all seasons. Yes.
Yeah. So let's kind of switch gears a little bit. I want to talk about, the year 2025. We had a lot of great moments in this year when it came to OMV, when it came to our own personal businesses. So what would you like to share?
What would I like to share?
Yes.
I'm just glad to see another year ending well and another one yet about to begin. That's on the horizon, and looking forward to what we have to share with you guys. A couple of those things will be our annual drug and alcohol awareness event. That's not until March, so stay tuned when we get back started. We'll drop the dates and times and location for that, but it's usually in March, and that's the drug and alcohol awareness for the youth from 8 through young adult and anybody else that needs the information. The trauma of children. We're going to go deeper into that and what that looks like so parents and caregivers can recognize it and get the kids the help that they need. That will be coming up for professionals that work with children, whether you're teacher, counselors, and what have you. That will be coming up in February, just in a couple months.
Right.
And then just to recap on CM Heart to Soul on what we offer, it's a health and wellness or whole health and wellness organization that we focus on your social connections, your emotional connections, physical abilities, your spiritual grounding, and your mental health. Hence, your mental health matters.
Yes.
All right. So
I love that.
That's kind of what I want to share. And stay tuned again for CM Heart to Soul to be sharing with you the information on how to get in touch with us. We see individuals from the ages of 9, children 9 and up through adult, and we are taking some insurances now.
Yes.
We also have other modes of payment, so we will be sharing that information on how to contact us.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. Are there any moments in 2025 that really stand out to you?
For me, for connection with or
OMV,
just anything. Yes,
the mental health,
So and I'm very passionate about when we have the drug and alcohol awareness event because it gives us an opportunity to be in a preventive state of mind to share with the children on what the drugs, what the alcohol does to their bodies, but we also give them information on alternatives from the drugs and alcohol. So I get excited about that. Last year we had it at one of the local YMCAs, and we had probably, I would say, about 50 people attend. Yeah, so we're trying to make it bigger each year. We have music, food, giveaways. So it's an exciting event for me. And then also helping out with whatever you need me to do. Yeah. I try to be there.
I love it.
And then what we share with OMV, I appreciate the platform that they've given us, and just moving forward towards that and making it stronger.
That part. So some highlights for me for 2025 was the conference, the mental health conference at Indiana Tech. That was our first annual conference with OMV. That was a beautiful event. I believe a lot of people was healed, were healing from that, got a lot of great information when it came to just being vulnerable and just knowing that, it's okay. Everybody's struggling. It's just a matter of just not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. Mm-hmm. And that was huge. That I love that.
Yeah, that was enjoyable.
It was. Yes. It really was. And so stay tuned for that. Next year, 2026, we'll be having our second annual mental health conference with ONV. So more information to come with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Personally, with my practice, Uniquely You Counseling and Wellness Center, I am very grateful, to be in the area that I'm in Waynedale, having so many people surround in the community, really want to come see us. Like, they really seeking out that help. And so we were able to offer a lot more availability when it came to doing counseling. We offered some group counseling. We did the seasonal depression course for 4 weeks. That was amazing. That was awesome. Little information that we shared tonight was some of the information we shared with the people who had signed up for that course. Mm-hmm. And so we are just excited. Good. Yeah, it was really good. People were really thankful for that. Mm-hmm. Just getting those tools. And so we're looking forward to kicking off 2026 huge, big, more things to come in our practice when it comes to more availability, when it comes to more education, groups, I had mentioned about stretch therapy. So we're hoping to bring that to the practice here. Mm-hmm. So more information to come about that.
Mm-hmm. That all sounds good. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. So we are here. It's about to be Christmas time. We're very, very grateful again for ONV, the platform that they laid out. We're just thankful. Can't say it enough. They're doing some great things in the community.
Yeah. And I know that's about to take off.
Yes. We about to. No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm just excited. I'm excited because it's going to be some great things to come. Just be looking out for that. Mm-hmm. And so anything else you want to share or wrap up?
And we won't say a whole lot right now. Right. And I know we won't be back on the air until February. But I will say I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. And I will say to those individuals who have not, I guess, or are not at a place of wellness, mentally, physically, emotionally, what have you, I will say, let's try to remember the reason for the season. Yes. And the reason why we celebrate Christmas is because of the birth of Christ. And he is the savior of the world for those Christians who believe. And I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and not take it out of context by going for broke.
Please don't.
Yes.
For one day.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. Remember the reason for the season. Yes. There's joy, love, peace, forgiving, gratitude, things of that nature. So God bless you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes. And we'll be back on the air. Like we said, February 26th. Catch us on the first and third Fridays of each month. We're looking forward to being back, bringing more great information, more guests. Stay tuned. Until then, have a Merry Christmas.